if you'd be able to lift your face drastically, as if you're having ponytail facelifts every 5 years or something, by studying a little bit and committing half an hour a day to massage your face and your neck and your shoulders, to have that ponytail lift without going into surgery? That is the question of today. That is something that you might want to know in beforehand, before doing Anastasia's Glow program. I want to give you a review so that it can help you to make up your mind whether you want to do it or not. That is number one. It's a commitment. It's half an hour a day, and it cannot be the last half hour of the day, which would be ideal because it's very relaxing. But you're not allowed to do that from Miss Anastasia, because if you then lie down after all the work, all the lymph and the flow will kind of go in the direction of how you're lying down. It's not beneficial. So you have to think, when are you going to do this? In the morning, in the day? Depends on your schedule. It depends on your possibilities. But it is a commitment that you will have to make. And therefore, it's good to know that in beforehand. Another thing is, you have to have this craving for knowledge, for a deep dive in cutting edge insights in science of fascia, of massage, how everything in our body is connected. If you feel like, I could be really driven by that and be, let my inner nerd loose on this topic, then perfect. You will love this. Those are the two conditions that I would say you need to make it worth your while and your money to do this Glow program. So when you then start, it's 30 days. The idea is that you do it twice. So 60 days, that's the price of the package. You will have to look it up because it's probably changing. It builds from 0 to ta-da, and then you do it again, 30 days. That is the program of Glow. Afterwards, you can continue by paying something a month, and you keep getting access to this and to much more, to problem area routines, to 15-minute routines for busy days, a whole busy program for if you don't have time, and so on. It is vast. That is what you get. You also get private feedback, very valuable. You send a picture from before, during, after, and they give you feedback, she or her team, on precisely what is doing what with you, because we're all different, and which routines to do more, what to look out for. Very interesting. There's also a monthly Q&A, if you like that, to be together and ask her direct questions, and she will give you direct information, mainly about what it is you want to work on. So it is quite versatile, quite a big offer. You get a lot if you have the time and the commitment to make that all work. Now, in general, why would you want to do it? Because, why did I want to do it? Because the holistic approach, the cutting edge science of this, and the empowerment of learning about this, it is pretty subversive in a way, because it's challenging the whole beauty industry. It is saying that products you put on your face are less important than knowing how to massage your face, to bring blood flow to the right places, to get rid of adhesions that are happening underneath, to get rid of tensions that are defining our faces. It is so empowering to learn about this. It will never be taken away from you. You can do this for the rest of your life. You have this knowledge under your belt. And you don't depend, or you don't need to depend on services like Botox or whatever. So I think it's quite a radical offer, and something that we are seeing right now and that you can take part in. I don't think she's the only one, but she has studied a lot. And she has her own metamorphosis to show for. If you see her before and after, it's very different. It's quite a radical change. What did I learn myself? I mean, I'll also show my before and after pictures. Let me know if you see any differences. The main thing that I learned, I've already been doing yoga for, it seems, all of my life. I thought my posture was pretty good. Well, it really wasn't. I've learned to really make my neck longer, to relax my trapezius. It's another thing that will never finish because we are daily just tensing up again. So it's a daily practice to relax that. My posture has improved. It translates into less tension elsewhere in my body as well. I haven't had any headaches since I'm doing this, because headaches are a lot of the time just based on having tensions in your neck and shoulders. You learn in this program how to get rid of that yourself without having to go for a massage. I'm not going for massages anymore because I'm already spending the time on myself. Do I recommend it then? Yes, I do, with those preconditions of having time and the will to do it. You don't have to, for the rest of your life, spend half an hour a day. You could. It would be very beneficial if you could, but you don't have to. A few times a week is good as well. I would actually be against taking it overly seriously. There are other things in life, right, that are interesting. Our time is limited, so we have to make choices. What I will be doing is I will continue it for a bit more, to learn more, to memorize more, and then I will continue it doing it maybe, let's say, 3 times a week. And it's at the same time a relaxation. It's holistic, right? It's not just for vanity. This fascia, it's now being said that it's also connected to our emotional body. And so working on the fascia, it's really going quite deeply into your systems. It's like working from the body to get to deeper layers of yourself. I really believe in that, and it's kind of reprogramming yourself. It's reprogramming yourself to keep straight, to have a good posture. Do you think it's trivial, or do you see the potential of this? You might not actually see any differences on me, that's very possible, but it's I can tell you that things feel differently. It's a slow process, and it's a process for the rest of your life. To give you an example, I don't know if you see these lines here. I've had them since I'm a teenager, from, bad posture and so on. They disappeared. It was gone. But then guess what? It came back as well, because I wasn't doing the technique enough to get rid of it, and I was doing the bad habits that actually caused it in the first place. Just to show you, it's an exact reflection of what you are and aren't doing. So it's basically, you get the power in your hands, and it's just a matter of how much you want to prioritize it or not, right? Interested to hear your thoughts.